Hey everyone, it's Andy from electricpetrolhead, and I recently did a video helping people to work out exactly what it costs to charge their car. And predominantly, most people who have EVs charge at home. So you look on what energy tariff you're on, work out what the per unit cost is, times it by how many units your car can take, and that's the cost of a full charge. You then know what the car will do to mileage wise to a full charge generally, and bingo, you worked out what it costs to charge. Now, there's a way of saving even more money. Now, in the example, I tend to say electric cars cost about 25% compared to filling up with petrol or diesel. Now, this is working on a 12 to 14p per unit cost. Now, what happens if you could get that below 5p a unit? Now, I appreciate in certain parts of America, 5p a unit is actually quite expensive, but in the UK, 5p a unit is ridiculously cheap. And there's a few companies out here who offer something called like a dual rate electric tariff. And the way this works is you have a standard day tariff, which ends at normally about midnight, and then starts again at 4:30. So you've got that 4-hour window overnight where you can save quite a bit of money by charging. But who wants to go out at midnight to plug their car in? But you don't have to. So I'm in the Tesla at the moment. I work from home a lot, and actually it's charging right at this very moment. But that's because I don't have a dual rate yet. But I am actually going to be moving over to a company called Octopus. And I know quite a few people there. And I know quite a lot of people who use them for energy. And if you go onto their website, you can look at the dual rate. And rates do depend on where you live. So I can only talk about what we do here. But basically what you do, as long as you've got a special meter, which they'll either install, you may already have already, depending on what your current company is installed. At midnight, the rate changes and drops down to the really cheap level. So as long as you can start your car charging at that point, you get 4 hours of charging. That can be enough for most people on a daily commute. And something really clever about the Tesla is you can actually schedule the charging. So I could plug it in at 7 o'clock in the evening, but it won't start charging until the scheduled charging time starts on the Tesla's sort of main screen, which makes it really easy because you just plug it in, and then at 12:30 it starts charging, and you'll probably finish charging before the cheap rate finishes. But if you don't, there's also software like Tesla Fee and other places like that, or Tesla Fi, I don't know. I'm always getting told off in the comments for mispronunciation, so nothing new there. So you can get that bit of software. It's just an app that you download and use for a lot of data. So that can stop the charge. So you're only ever going to pay the really cheap rate overnight. So if you're on 15p and the new rate's 5p, you could a third of the cost, which brings down the cost of an electric car for fuel below 10% compared to petrol or diesel cars. And if you're comparing a Tesla with an AMG Mercedes that does 12 to 15 miles to the gallon or something daft, I've driven a V10 M6 quite a lot, and that was 15 miles to the gallon. So you're comparing those figures, it's such a big difference. So this is something really worth considering. Now, if you're interested in joining Octopus, if you have a look below, there's a link. You can click on that, and then you'll also get 50 quid cashback, which is quite useful. So, and then when you refer your friends, you also get 50 quid cashback. So, yeah, if you're watching this video as I put it out, I'm not actually the one benefiting from the referral code. It's going to be a really good mate of mine. So you can use his code and hopefully he'll buy me a beer or something. If you're watching this video after sort of December or January, sort of December 19, January 2020, I'll have moved over, so I'll update the link, so at least I benefit from it. But To be honest, there's plenty of other companies out there. It's not just Octopus. There's loads of other ones. You just need a dual rate so that it's like a cheap overnight tariff, and then you set the charger to start at that point. So yeah, it's just another easy way, and you don't have to do anything. It's just done. So yeah, and Octopus as a brand, I've no affiliation with them whatsoever. They are really interested in doing a lot of good stuff for the EV world. So I think they're a brand worth supporting. It's renewable energy, so it's all good. So yeah, check them out. I'll put the link to Octopus below. You can click on that and have a look around. No obligation, just, find your prices. So that's all you need to know. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Please like and subscribe. I'm just going to keep pumping out hopefully helpful tips that me as I can't say I'm a veteran of EVs. I've been in the EV world for just over a year now. But we've got well over 15,000 miles under our belts. So, and a fully electric car family. My wife's out at the moment in the i3. So hopefully I can share some insights. And yeah, always feel free to email me and ask some questions. Thank you very much, guys. See you later. Bye.